Welcome everyone to week 2 of Multimedia Design. Before we get started in the content, we're just going to go through some of the things that are due by Sunday at midnight, just so that you're aware of the things that you need to accomplish in this module. So the first one being is that we're going to tell you a little bit about Linda and what Linda does, and you'll watch some videos about Park, just like we talked about at kickoff. We already went through some of those graphic design tips and tricks. We just want to give you a better understanding of Park. Then after that, you'll check out the STS manual. STS writes manuals on how to do a lot of the programs that we work with, so you'll find a lot of the answers to your Illustrator questions there. Then you'll work on your first draft of your infographic. We already started this at kickoff, so it should go easier and smoother for you at this point. And then lastly, you will have a weekly quiz. Some weeks you will have weekly quizzes, some weeks you don't. This week is just an essay question, and the question is, how did your first draft of your infographic go? I just want to check in with you and make sure you're doing well and all of your questions are answered. So let's go through Canvas and let's show you what your module is going to look like. At first glance, you will have all of these links. These links are things that you need to accomplish. So you'll have your video to watch, and then let's talk a little bit about Linda. So here we'll give you a little preview of what Linda is, and then it'll tell you how to log in into Linda in case you missed the instructions that I will be giving next. So if you see, this is your first video from Linda. If you click at the top, it allows you to open it in a new window. I will recommend doing this just because this allows you to go back into Canvas and keep your place. So once you get into Linda, you will have to sign in. And mine already recognizes, due to my net ID, which organization I'm working with. But in case yours doesn't, you just hit sign in with your organization portal, and you type in wis.edu. And that will recognize that you're through UW working on Linda. So the first one will be understanding the park system, and the one after that will be applying the park system. We just want you to use this graphic design's concepts when working in your infographic. After you've done this, you can go and check out the STS manual right on Canvas right here. You can download it if you want to, or you can just look at it here. It might take you a little bit of time to look through it, but it's extremely helpful, so I would recommend taking the time to at least glance through it. This will give you a better understanding of Illustrator, so it goes through how to create new documents and the tools in Illustrator. And in case you didn't understand something at kickoff, this will be very helpful because all of the answers will be right here. Once you've done all of this, you will have all of the tools to work on your first draft of your infographic. And this is where you will be submitting your first draft. So you have a link to the activity prompt, and if you click on it, this will take you to your activity prompt, which has your requirements to get all 5 points in this assignment. It'll give you an example of what we're looking for. You don't have to follow it exactly, it's just for an idea to get you started. And then it'll tell you which steps you need to follow in order to create, save, and submit your assignment. So all of those instructions are right here. In case you forget how to do this, mine looks a bit different, but yours will have a red button right here at the top that would say Submit Assignment. Once you click on it, it'll give you the option to select which file to upload, and you just submit your assignment, and I will have it ready to be graded. After you do this, or even before, if you want to get a little ahead, you can do your week 2 quiz, and I'll give you a preview of that. It's just one question, one essay question. You'll type in your answer, and it just says, how did making your first draft of your infographic go? I just want a better understanding of what the process was like and what we could do to help you. So once you complete all of those steps, you would have completed everything for week 2, and you'll be ready to move on to week 3. So are there any questions at this time? Yes.
That lynda.com and STS, so I'm not so sure I understand what they are or like what I might use them for besides just this course.
So Linda and STS, they put amazing documents out there. So Linda does a lot of videos, STS just writes manuals, and they'll offer classes on campus. But they'll give you basic introductions to all programs. So let's say you have an Illustrator question, you may find a video on Linda to watch, or you can read the STS manual. There's manuals on anything and everything Photoshopped, in Excel, in PowerPoint. You can watch videos or read the manuals on any of those programs. Yes.
So when I come into Canvas this week, I'm going to watch those videos and then look through that manual. When I work on my draft for my infographic, how much time are you expecting I'm supposed to work on that?
We want you to put in as much time and effort into it as you can this week. So to give you a little preview of what week 3 will be like, you will be peer reviewing each other and give each other feedback on your draft. So the more work that you put into it to get to that finished product, the more feedback your peers can give you. So that gives you more things to work on and revise so that at the end you can turn in a very well done infographic that would meet all of the requirements. So if there's no more questions, that's it for this week, and see you next week.